Hi guys, I'm Henry Hart. With me always is the punk rock brother man, Mr. Johnny Noise.
Thanks, Henry. We would like to welcome you all to the Inertia Entertainment Channel. We have a really good show lined up for you tonight, so buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Hi, guys. Tonight we are very excited to have Michael Grimm with us this evening. How you doing, Mike?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
Well,
Yes.
yes. Well,
Yes.
we certainly appreciate you taking your time out of your night of terror here to come on the show and talk with us, and looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yes. And me too.
I'm
All
telling you.
right. So we start off these interviews pretty much the same way. Who are some of your personal influences?
Oh, I have many. I started out as a death metal musician, and I spent most of my career doing that. My human shell, if you will. But in the past several years, I've dove into my horror punk influences, as well as growing up as a child, I was heavily influenced by David Bowie. And so
Oh,
I blend all these things, Johnny Cash, Danzig, Misfits, Calabrese, good stuff.
good stuff. Wow. Throw in some David Bowie, a little Starman, and then you got
Oh
yourself
yeah.
a mixture of things happening here.
Well, in my opinion, when it comes to anything shock rock, it all goes back to Bowie and Alice Cooper or Arthur Brown even. But he
Right,
was
right.
probably the first. But yes.
Wow, wow.
Bowie, Bowie is king.
Bowie is king. Wow, wow.
Well, let me tell you something. Major Tom is very, very proud of you, sir.
Well, the thing about Bowie is he didn't do it for the fame. You see, if he was going to do that, he would have stayed Ziggy Stardust for another 5 or 6 years. But he threw it all away just to pursue something else, not knowing if it would work or not, and he didn't care. He didn't care. It's all about artistic expression. And every time he would do something, it would excel, and he would get bored, and he would move on, not for the dollar sign or to sell records, but to express his art. Because
Yeah.
art is key.
That is true.
I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an aficionado, but I heard that he would prefer to play like, I don't want to call him a tea room per se, but like a smaller venue kind of ish, as opposed to the you know larger shows. Or he kind of
Oh
you know,
yes, it's
there's more of that one-on-one experience with the audience.
more
Uh,
intimate
more correct. Yes.
and more
Yeah.
connection. Yeah, it's
Yes.
easier to connect with smaller crowds than thousands, and you have to work harder performing in front of more because the stage at this point is so small and you are so small and you have to make yourself bigger.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
Bruce Dickinson would say, is why he's always flailing about and because he wants the guys, you know, 20,000 back to see him.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's, you have to, he says you have to
You got to
inflate
sell it.
yourself up. You can't be a little pinhead running around and say you have to
No.
inflate yourself up so the people all the way in the back feel it too. And
Hmm.
that's very very true. And Iron Maiden is a very entertaining group. That was my first heavy metal concert ever. I saw them on the No Prayer on the Road tour. I actually have a poster from that show,
Hell yes.
advertising it in a frame on my wall.
Very,
And
very nice.
I love Iron Maiden. Um, so speaking of the music and stuff, um, you have two releases as Grim 76. Tell us a little bit about Chasing Ghosts and A Few Sorrows More. Tell us a little bit about those.
Really, it goes further back. In 2007, I was making a death metal album, and we lost our drummer, and I planned on recording. I built a studio in my house, and um, well, there was nothing to record at that point. We were dead in the water. And I recorded my first solo album under my last name, Grimm, and it was called Beware the Devil Girl. And it was just acoustic and vocals, very Johnny Cash, American recordings kind of style, but more darker and more Danzig-y. And but then I shelved it, because we ended up getting a drummer, and things kind of happened, and some odd years ago I took it down because I had to rebrand myself,
Okay.
and because there are like 5 black metal bands called Grimm, and well, I'm the only Grimm. So I went with my birth year, 76, to negotiate and negate any kind of confusion. And so Chasing Ghosts happened. And my bandmate from the Heretics helped me record that, and he performed on it. And I just presented my acoustic demos to him, and he put more of a kind of a pop feel to it, very almost post-punk, new wave kind of vibe. And I wasn't hearing that. I was just hearing just straight dark acoustic, and
Hmm.
his spin on it really shaped that EP, and it's just really dark, depressing, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. But yes, 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 yes. But oh yes, yes. A Few Sorrows More. That's the new one. Um, it's a little more leaning into the Hank 3 kind of vibe. It's a little more country. I would call it a murder folk album, but it still has those goth, new wave undertones, and it's real
Yeah.
exciting. Yes, yes, yeah, yes, yes.
I love both releases, man. They're just
Yeah, it was
oh
cool. Yeah.
man, yeah. There's like When You're Dead Inside, Love Song, those type they and I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. Like I really really loved Lucifer's Ghost.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Well, the beauty about the acoustic projects under Grim 76 is it's all personal. It's all from life experiences. For the most part, there are a few stories that bled over into the 76 stuff. Because, like Eyes of a Gorgon Fiend was really intended for the Heretics, but It just kind of happened on this EP. But yes, when you're dead inside, I think we can all have a point in our lives where you find yourself going through day-to-day motions. You wake up,
Hmm.
you eat, sleep, and shit. And next thing you know, you're just a shell of your former self.
That's
So
right. That's
that's
right.
where that song stems from.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So when you're writing, when you're putting stuff together, does it kind of just come to you, or do you sit down and kind of go note for note, or just something that you feel it, you know this is what you want to do with the song, you got your bass part down, the basis of the song, or
Well, the between Grim 76 and the Grim and the Heretic stuff, all of it is it comes like I can write 10 songs in a week.
oh wow,
I can pick up my guitar and because it's just it's feeling. It's
yeah,
two riff, maybe three riff songs, so it's real basic formula, and the riff comes out, and then the riff tells me what the vocal melody is going to be, and then
right,
either a title will come out of thin air, or maybe a lyric could just hit me, and I'll base the title and but I treat it like all the music, or even in my death metal stuff. I treat the music like if it's a score to a film.
oh right, right, okay. Yeah, I find that sometimes, and you might agree with this, like at a rehearsal, or you're just kind of warming up and you have this riff, and all of a sudden that riff just turns into a song. We've done that before, where it's like, where did that come from? And it's
Yes.
thin air, thin out of nowhere, and that's from here. Right, you feel it here. The bass line's doing this thing. You throw in some guitar, whatever it is, and all of a sudden that becomes like one of your best songs because it wasn't
Yes.
wasn't constructed. A B C D E F G. It just freaking hits you right in the head, and you're like, son of a bitch, this is it. This is how this is going down.
Yes.
And I think
Yes. Yes.
that's some of the best creative stuff to happen. And it seems like, and that kind of seems like what your experience is with writing your music. It just hits you like, okay, this, I'm feeling this. I'm going to go with
Yes.
this, and then just let it kind of just happen.
Yes, yes, yes. Even the more complex stuff like my death metal songs, if I spend more than a day on it, it usually feels forced and it
Hmm.
sucks. But when I'm in the zone and it's happening, um, I can kick out songs quite quickly.
Quickly, yeah, yeah.
Um,
And
Yeah.
I'm assuming that
Right.
not
Go ahead, Doctor.
not that you sleep much, but I'm assuming that if it's 2 a.m., you know, and you have some kind of idea that you would go and put down that idea, but so you don't lose it. So when the sun's rising and you're closing the door in your coffin there, that you're like, okay, I don't want to lose this idea. I mean, that's happened so many times to different people, including myself. Like, man, I should have wrote that down, or I should have recorded something. No matter what time of day or night, you got to hit it. When it hits you, you have to go and get it.
I should use my phone to record things, but I don't.
Yeah.
I rem I remember them
Wow. Yeah.
somehow. I remember songs that I wrote in 1993 that I haven't played since then, but I could sit down
Wow.
right now and play
Play
them
'em.
for you.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's
That's
wild.
all.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's strange. And I don't read music. I'm not trained. I'm not a
Mhm.
trained musician. But I grew up around art and music
Hmm.
all my life, and it's just something in here that um, it's kind of like back in the '90s. You couldn't remember a phone number, but you could look at the pattern on the phone
On
and
it, yeah,
remember it.
right,
All I have to do is look at the fretboard, and I remember where my hands were. Then
yeah,
the melody comes back.
right, right. Wow. Yeah, speak about that. Holy crap. Could you imagine someone trying to like either rotary dial or freaking actually dial a phone? I think that there'd be pandemonium. People would jump out of windows. It's like, I can't handle it. I got to push these numbers in, and then I need a one before the area code, and it's fucking me up. You know, it's wild. If there isn't a face to the, whatever on your phone, it's just a different time
Oh
where
yeah, yeah.
it's just fucking
It took
wild.
me 3 years to remember my own phone number,
Oh, it's crazy. It's
and
fucking nuts.
now I won't change it because then I'll have to
Start all
relearn a
over.
new number.
You
Yeah,
know,
Yeah, yeah,
but I can remember the phone number from my mother's house in 1994.
yeah. Same.
You know,
Right, right.
I can
It's
remember
crazy.
that number.
Yeah, yeah. It's insane. But yeah, time say what times have changed from back then.
Indeed.
I mean, wow, that fucking times changed. I
oh yeah,
not to date myself. Well, I can go back to the late '70s and '80s, and I can tell you right now, holy shit. If you transport the younger set back to that time period, they would have a meltdown. Yeah,
Yes.
they would have a
Yeah.
fucking meltdown. You know,
Things were so much simpler back then.
yeah, yeah. You are 100% right. You've got that right. But I'm going to kick it back over to Henry. I'm sure he has some other questions to kind of throw your way.
yeah. Usually when I'm writing stuff, working on stuff, it's kind of like I lose myself and I find myself all in the same deal.
Hmm.
But
Yes, 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 yes.
so your the Grimm and the Heretics. Uh, tell us a little bit about that. That because that you said that your horror rock band, and you know just let us know a little bit more about that.
Well, during COVID, um, my death metal band Embodiment, we were slated to do a tour, and well, that didn't happen. And so my drummer, Lord Hadis, he uh, he was pushing me to do my acoustic stuff because I had a second album written, and so we spent a little time recording 10 tracks. That was going to be the second Grimm record, and well, that ended up half of it was more punk and the other half was acoustic, so it was very one side or the other. And he really encouraged me to form a band and and do it. And I was like, I don't know. Everybody knows me, for doing death metal all this time, and I don't know if anybody would really dig it. I dig it, and that's all that really matters. But I didn't have any connections or anything, and but after him convincing me that I should do it, uh, I got together with some old pals and we formed. To make it feel better for them, I came up with a band name so that the initial idea was my solo stuff would be Grimm, and then when I'm with a band, it would be And the Heretics. But again, I had to rebrand the Grimm thing, and I'm actually, because fucking Spotify and YouTube and all that won't put my Heretic stuff with my 76 stuff, you wouldn't know that they kind of coexist together in a sense. And so I'm about to rebrand the Heretics as Grim 76 and the Heretics so that it'll all be in one place so that you can find all the music in one spot. Well, you know, if you go to YouTube, it'll be in one spot there instead of two divided places.
Too divided. Yeah.
So,
We ran into that problem with our channel and YouTube and other stuff. You know, we had to reinvent the wheel a little bit, you know, and same kind of issue. We're like, well, what the? So we find with this especially, our biggest response is YouTube Reels. You know, if you look at the algorithm, you know, 600-700 views at a clip. Now you go to we had to redo the YouTube channel because now we're the Inertia Entertainment channel. Okay, so we had to start over again with that due to a few issues we've had, and so that is, if you look at that algorithm, it seems to fall kind of flat when you put it up against, say, a Facebook algorithm. So
Yeah.
we post on both, you know, and then we would go into what's the other side? I haven't posted on the other site in quite a while because it kind of fell flat. But it seems to be that our best response and our best audience is through Facebook. It seems to work. You know, it really does.
yeah. TikTok and Instagram works good, but only for the minute films. It's kind of like the reels on YouTube. If you do anything longer, I've started making parts. If I have something that's 3, 5, or 10 minutes long, I'll just minute each segment out, and then I get good views on it. But if I put the whole thing up, you know, I'll get 30 views or something ridiculous. You know, it's kind of stupid.
It is, and it comes down to attention span too, because we live in a very click society. So,
Yes.
you know, and that's just the way it is, and you know, and you can't, you're not going to stop it because everybody's got that. What's next? So you're lucky.
Bunch of squirrels.
A bunch of squirrels. Yes, just trying to get a nut, and they can't seem to find one. You know.
No.
And
In
that's
all the wrong places.
in all the wrong places. And they just got this twitchy, like, fucking, you know, whatever, like, settle down, enjoy, you know. I can, well, coming from an old school background, you know, maybe I have the patience to watch something all the way through, you know.
Oh, yes,
I don't
yes.
know, but that just seems to be the way it is. But yeah, if you put clips, man, it hits, bang, 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 it goes, it really goes. So
Yes.
the same thing with music. You know, if you have a minute 40-second or a 3-minute song or a 5-minute song, you know, you'll notice that you'll start losing people a little bit if it's a really longer song. Then it's like, well, what happened? You know,
Yeah.
it's
Music videos is the thing. You know,
Right.
if you put, you know, the watch a video versus just the song by itself.
Yeah,
And you know, with the Heretics, we were trying to do a late night show every Saturday. We did 4 episodes. You know, and it was like an hour long, and you know, people just you know, people watched it, but not a lot. You know, no one
Right.
wanted to sit down. And you know, I come from, as a child, Saturday nights we would watch Elvira. And
Oh, yes.
that was the greatest, you know, and
Right.
and so I'm finding myself, we're about to start to bust those episodes up and reintroduce them into the algorithm in shorter segments so that people could actually see it, because a lot of it was pretty humorous.
very humorous. I've seen all 4 episodes, and I love all 4 episodes. I was like, oh man, like where's episode 5? And I knew that I kind of figured after a while because I only found 4 episodes. I was like, wait a minute, where's episode 5 and 6 at? That's my mindset thing. Is like I wanted to see more because
Well, we
it
were
was
gonna do it. We were gonna do it, but as a band, we were coming out of COVID, and we were thinking, our drummer, he runs a lighting and sound company, so we didn't
Oh,
get to
cool.
play as much as we would like to. But that was okay. We were like, well, we'll just do this, you know, late night show so that we can kind of bring the show to the people. And for the first 4 episodes, the only place our music was the intro, because it was really about horror music, horror films, and local underground music. And so we would bring on guests to perform and interview with fake commercials and stupid skits. It was kind of like Saturday Night Live meets David Letterman
Oh
meets
shit.
Elvira or something.
Something.
And it was very ambitious, but it took us literally 6 to 8 months to put together 4 episodes. And
Wow. Wow.
after that happened, our drummer got really busy. The guitar player and myself, we got hired to go do a 5 month tour with a hip hop band, Moccasin Creek. And that went from east to west coast and down into Mexico. And we just found ourselves pretty busy. And then coming off the road from that, recorded Chasing Ghost. But before we got a chance to really get out there and do anything with that, my death metal band Embodiment, we decided to celebrate 30 years. And so we reformed and did a few things in celebration of that.
It's awesome.
Wow. Wow.
It's awesome.
So what was or what is the inspiration for your look? How did you derive that? What was the thought process as I'm going to present myself as this?
It started out as just face paint, which I do with Grim 76, because I would do, sometimes I do just acoustic shows. It might be me, or it might be me and my buddy on guitar, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do some face paint, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like in our video, we just released the Eyes of a Gorgon Fiend. That's what I do for acoustic shows. So I started out with face paint, but my wife, Izzy, she makes masks, and she made all the heretics. We all wear masks, except mine at first was kind of a blank that was burned and melted and painted and stuff, which you could see in the Zombie Sue video. But I did. It was creepy, but she got to playing around, and then she made a version of this one, but it's a prosthetic that glues to my face, which you'll see mostly in the Late Night with Grim and the Heretics stuff, is prosthetics.
Wow.
But performing live, the glue would heat up because it's a two-piece. It's mainly the top part, and then the jaw is separate, and it glues, and the jaw, after a while, would fall off. And, because you spend all night, you're hanging out in the crowd, I'm hanging out in character.
Sure,
I'm talking to people and everything, and then by the time you get on stage and you do a set, it's wasted. So she developed this strap-on mask so that I could do things a little quicker and not have to fall off.
bet I bet when it did start falling off, that people thought it was part of the show.
Yes.
I would have thought that. I would have been
Wow.
like, hey, right
Wow.
on, right on. Um, so, and speaking of your look and then the band's look and your videos, now, do you guys do that totally DIY or do
Yes, yes.
you
We
guys?
make
Oh,
we
okay.
make everything. The videos, either I direct or the guitar player will direct. Um, my wife and myself, we make all the, the props. Even on the late night with the Grim and the Heretics, all of that my wife and I did. We make all the props for everything from videos to stage prosthetics to videos, whatever, one-stop shop. I'm an artist. I was an artist before I was a musician. So I do any of the t-shirt art or um, album art usually is by me. I'll either paint it or draw it, whatever.
Wow. Wow.
So one-stop shop. We don't depend on nobody for
Nobody else.
nothing, and no
Right.
fucking AI here.
Right.
Right
I hear
on,
you.
right on. I got to get me some merch, man. I got to get me some of y'all's merch.
No,
Straight.
no. We need
I'll send you some stuff.
we need a couple of masks. I think, Henry. I think we need a couple of masks for this show. We got to figure something out. And we've got to come out and just fucking slay everybody. But you have to have that, have to have that look to pull it off.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. So and I think that it's really cool. And I try to impress upon the bands that I've been a part of recently. Um, when you go see somebody perform and they are in character, okay, and the band looks, you have a theme to what the fuck you're doing here. You know what I mean? So, and it's a big part of the show. I mean,
Yes.
the music
Yes.
is important, but what you're doing, and especially the look that you're presenting, that that captures people immediately. Immediately,
Oh yeah.
you know. And you go see some bands, and they're very good musically, and they're in shorts, a Budweiser shirt, Who Farted, and some kind of baseball cap, or it doesn't make any to me. It doesn't make any sense to do that because they're very good musically,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
yes.
they just need to take that step to let's have some not you don't have to go over the top, but some kind of theme, something. I don't care what it is,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Even if it's nothing, like some of my metal bands years back, I had rules where no band tees.
Right,
You'll see bands and half the band's wearing a Pantera shirt, and the thing that's going through the new listener's mind is they're automatically comparing you to the T-shirt you're wearing. Oh, they sound like Pantera. Oh,
right. Oh.
no, you want them to come up with their own opinion of what you sound like,
Right,
and don't give them any chances to, you know, compare you to something else.
right.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Be inventive. Be unique, and express yourself in your own way. And when you go out to shopping at the mall, then you can wear the whatever shirt the fuck you want.
Oh yeah.
But when you're on stage or you're shooting a video or whatever it is, it comes from here. Bring it. And obviously you have figured out that formula because you're the way you're coming across, like on my TV screen, is incredible. I mean, that mask is really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it all. Yeah, I want to encourage everybody that watches the show to seek out Grim and Late Night with Grim and the Heretics and watch those 4 episodes. They're really, really good and
Thank you,
really,
thank
really
you.
fun.
They're
And
not perfect, but that's part of it.
definitely, definitely. Uh,
That's why it's
and
art.
also,
It's called art.
and also
Yeah.
to check out the
Yes.
music as well, because the music is very, very, very important. And a lot of our folks that watch the show are, they're hard punk oriented or the punk rock oriented or musically oriented overall, and they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. Like I
So
it's awesome. So I agree. And Henry sent me a clip, on the phone, and part of the song you're being, slain with a sword, and the whole. It's just the theatrics are just really really cool. I was like, man, it's just awesome. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
yeah, definitely. You you really bring it, and I was like, wow, that's something that we need that, man. We need that theatrics. We need to see that. We need to have more people that are not afraid to come out and perform. As opposed to sitting there just kind of plunking along and okay, we're gonna, no. But you guys seem to have figured out the formula to make it work.
Little bit.
Little bit, every little bit helps. Every
Yes,
little bit
yes, yes,
helps.
yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's we went. I finally got my guys to go at least get them all in black. You give me
Yes.
something. Give me something here. Come on. They used to like the poster behind me, but I finally got them all in black. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
And you
yes,
do
yes.
what you got
Because
to do.
it looks professional.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
if when you show up to the venue, even if you don't do all of this, eh, people are hearing with their eyes before you even start to play.
100%.
And they're eyeing you down. If they're your fans, they already know, but you're hoping that you're arriving somewhere new, and there's going to be new people, and they're watching you, and if you look professional, they're like, all right, I'm ready to check these guys out.
Yeah.
If you automatically and you kind of they might sit outside for a few songs during your set and then come in to check you out, and it's like
Right.
you only get 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
the selling starts hours before the show.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that
Well,
is true.
it is. It really is. And I've I've done some clubs here and there, and where got there early, did the sound check, got set up, and I was just in my normal fucking clothes, And the guy goes, "Oh, well, you got to go on." I said, "No, we're not slated to go on to X time." And number two, I have to go get ready, so I refused to go on. So I had to go out to my van and put whatever I was going to wear on stage on before I walked out in front of those lights. It's not going to happen. And this guy, he was looking at me like, "You're serious?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm not stepping out and strapping on a guitar in front of these people until I'm ready." And that's just the way it is. So that's just the way I feel about it too. I'm not,
yes, yes.
you can't. You got to present yourself, and it's got to be every time, because once you slip,
You're only as good as your last performance.
your last
and it doesn't-
gig.
You could done 30 perfect gigs, and that one shit performance is the one that everybody's going to remember.
Then it's over. Yeah,
Especially today with all this social media shit.
yeah, yeah. It'll get you. It'll get you. But Henry,
It will.
it will. Yes, it will. Let me throw it over to you, Henry. You know you got a few more questions.
So pretty much we've kind of covered everything that I was going to ask, except for one last thing. Where can people go to find out more about Grim 76, Grim and the Heretics, and that type of information?
Well, as far as the those projects, I am in the middle of transferring all the Heretic stuff over to the 76 channel, so it's in one spot. But if you want to know about all my projects, just go to Facebook, look for Michael Grimm, and look for this handsome face.
As only Facebook could present it.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
yes.
That
Because
is-
I'm involved in several other death metal projects. But next week I leave for a European tour with as my human shell is playing second guitar in the classic old school band Massacre from Florida. And we're doing 9 dates in 8 countries next week.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
Yes.
We have to have you back on.
We want to know. We want you. We want to know all the. Yeah.
We
all
we
the-
got yeah. We definitely have to have you back on. It's very
Yeah,
soon. So you can
anytime.
tell us
This
all
was-
about it.
This was fun.
We're always about having a good time here on this show.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
yeah,
This
just
Well,
This
thank
is
you guys
definitely-
for having me.
no problem.
Oh
And
man, it
can't
has
wait
been.
to have you back on again.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It has been a blast, man. It's been a hell of a ride. It's been really really cool, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
We're gonna go ahead and land the plane here.
More like crash land. We're gonna crash land this thing.
Yes, yes, because what's a good plane ride without a good crash landing?
Right. Right on. Right. All right, guys, that's our show for this evening. Love Michael Grimm. We've loved having you on, and that's going to be our show for this evening. We got to have you on again soon, and we will see
Yes.
you in the next video.
Yeah.